to reality tomorrow. I don't want to go to my job. I want to stay at Coachella forever. I don't want to go back and quit. I quit.
I know you really wanted to go weekend too.
Bro, weekend one was way better. You know that, right? Weekend one was better,
You
bro.
missed out on SZA, Billy, Big Sean. Who else did I miss?
Bro, it doesn't matter. What are you talking about? We had Kid Leroy and all the influencers in weekend one. What are you talking about, bro? You know weekend one was better,
Weekend
bro.
two was definitely better.
Nah, there's no way, bro. Weekend one was way better, bro. Like, you know weekend one. No one even cares about weekend
You
two.
have FOMO.
Who even goes to weekend two?
You're having FOMO. This is FOMO.
No one goes
This
to
is FOMO.
weekend two. No one cares
This is
about
literally
weekend.
FOMO.
Weekend two costs more money. I save money actually going to weekend one, bro. Like, really.
Yo. It's your boy Dizzy De Niro and your boy Flying J. And we are the Real Lab Podcast.
Let's go. All right. First off, shout out to my brother over here, man.
Yeah.
We finally got it to monetization, which was more than 1,000 subscribers and about 4,000 watch hours, non-shorts, too. So shout out to everyone at nope. Shout out to everyone at home that got us there. We appreciate you. Everyone that watched, everyone that put a comment, good and bad. Everyone that gave us a like, and everyone that just gave you his attention span, and to the people that are close to us that gave us motivation and all that. Every single subscriber that we got was just motivation for me, at least. I don't want to speak for Danielle.
Yeah.
But that was the motivation to keep on going. And I know there's a thing about monetization and people are gonna be like, oh, they sold out and for money and all that, but it's not what it is. It's just a personal, trophy to me. I would say that the accolade that, you got something that's actually worked, and now you can say, this is like, a product that is worth something, and I'm proud of that.
People say they sold out for that?
No, I'm just saying, like, if they do, or I don't know. I have never heard of that. I'm just saying.
Oh,
if
no,
they
I was
do
about
that.
to say, nah. I mean, like you said, Like you said, I mean, we started YouTube. We here, we doing our thing.
From
like I said,
bare bones.
trial and error, bro. It's a grind at the end of the day. Everybody
yeah.
that showed love, we appreciate it. Like you said, we've had highs, we had lows, but my thing, like I said, these things are like journals to me, dog. So to see where we come from 2 years ago to now, it's like, damn, like mofos really got there, and we do appreciate everybody that's been there.
Hell yeah.
Negative comments, positive comments, likes,
Everybody.
no likes, negative comments, and whatever anybody had to say, dog. It's at the end of the day, we appreciate it, and we stuck to it, and here we are. And I look to see where we're going, so we appreciate y'all. But let's get it.
But going into the main topic today, weekend 2 of Coachella just recently finished as of we're recording this. We're dropping this tomorrow. This will be on Wednesday, but Sunday, a couple days ago, we did weekend 1, which I'll ask you about your experience, but I know people at home are still feeling the Coachella blues, which is another thing we'll get into. But man, Coachella, man, I've been to a couple of them. I would have to say this is probably one of my favorite ones. I would say mainly because the people that we went with.
Yeah.
And I'm just want to shout out to everybody. I don't want to go through names to waste too much time, but shout out to everybody there. Shout out to Lily's family. Y'all kept it real.
Yeah.
But I think it was because the first time we were the group that felt like, hey, we're responsible enough to get back here and but split up at the same time and enjoy everything we wanted to enjoy, but come back as a group at some point. And it was cool to have that. But Coachella, man, this is your first time, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
Yep. And question for Danielle, because it's his first time. I feel like this is a Cali thing, so just a quick synopsis, not too deep, because I got some questions and the way I want to go with this. But how was your Coachella experience for the first time ever, and pretty much a festival, I say?
Nah, that did. I'm just mad that I slept on it for so long. I lived here almost 10 years. I used to see it all the time. Coachella this, Coachella that.
Yeah.
Even living in Florida, I'm like, Coachella. And then I got here and it was just like everything that I didn't know it was that and more. It was fire, bro.
Oh yeah.
The people there, the energy, even just after a while you seeing all these celebrities and stuff, you don't even get starstruck. You just part of the vibe. It's just like one big aura farm, bro. We all just marinating together. The food is good, bro. Just the vibes.
Another thing
I want to get into. And like you said, the group we had was dope, bro. Even the Airbnb was dope. So I'll say this last. I was like, I'm gonna go one time before I get too old. But after this time, I'm like, I gotta go again, bro. Like,
oh yeah.
And I see why people tend to go, over and over and over. Because if you're really into music, bro, that's like the best place to be. Age is not even a thing. We saw grown parents there to do it, and their kids. So
trippy.
Once I saw that, bro, I was good, dog. So that's what I gotta say about Coachella. Appreciate y'all. I'll be there next year.
Oh yeah, probably yeah. Same thing. I'm buying Dropout. There's going to be some predictions of what's be the. Remind me to ask you at the end of that, and we'll just have a quick little thing about that. But Coachella, man, let me just give you a little history lesson about Coachella and how it all started, because it's pretty crazy. It's a pretty crazy thing. Coachella began in October of '99 as like a 2-day alternative rock electronic festival, right where it's at right now. You know, the Polo Club in Indio, California. There was a venue like company that does like, you know, events and everything. They're called Golden Voice.
Got you.
And the thing about them is that they got into the game trying to get into concerts, but they couldn't get venues, because venues was a thing back then.
Yeah.
Where it's just like, you know, it's either an indoor venue or stadium or whatever it is. And they didn't want to rent. They wanted to have their own thing where they just have like, oh, we have this festival right now, you know, just like Camp Flogna does Stadium. So they wanted their own thing. So it all started with a band called Pearl Jam.
I know Pearl Jam. Okay.
Yeah. So the whole thing was like a rebellion to Ticketmaster, because Ticketmaster basically owned all the venues and everything back in the day. So yeah, it was supposed to be like a musician friendly festival. Yeah. So then that was basically how it all started, and it was often like trying to be like you remember Woodstock?
Yeah. Woodstock. Yeah.
So it was trying to do like, it was like Woodstock, but there was like trying to be like anti that.
Like cleaner,
I guess.
Yeah.
I've heard. I was obviously I'm older. I'm too young to be there, but yeah. So yeah, when they first started, they had some initial struggles. You know, the first event they ever had, they lost like $850,000. And basically the next year after that, they just couldn't do it. They didn't show up, but they redeemed themselves, came back in 2001. And then they changed their timing, because they was in the summer, I think, into the spring. Remember how we went there? Yeah. Which is less hot. It was not hot, but it's like kind of less hot. It was like 80 degrees when we went. So, but yeah, and then eventually evolved into what we know as Coachella now.
Fire.
And it's a great time. If I say you can't talk shit if you haven't been.
I'm glad you said.
You know, like you can't talk shit if you haven't been. So that's a quick little history lesson, but I wanted to get into a couple of things and break down Coachella. So I've done the camping. I've done the B&Bs with you. Yeah. I've heard my other friends have done the luxurious glamping. You know, but like, what is your opinion on the whole like different status, or I would say like, it seems like an economic system where it's just like you know, like the poors, where it's just like tents, or like, you know, the people that get the Airbnbs is differently with the bus passes. But like, what do you think about like your choice of your sleeping area, I guess?
Nah, I mean, it depends what type of music person you is. If you is a festival person, which I'm not, but I guess this I say, I like the Airbnb we have, because at the end of the day, bro, I like being there all day, but at the same time, I like to leave.
You detach.
And come back. I like to go back to the Airbnb, rather we stay up all night, pool, swimming, jacuzzi, we vibing, drinking, or whatever. If I decide I want to go to sleep, but I like to leave and come back.
And take a shower.
And I actually appreciate, even though I had a hard time, I actually appreciate going on the bus to get there. Because every day it was just like a whole recharge. Like, all right, I'm ready to go back. It's like playing in the freaking NBA. You get a little timeout. you get a like little timeout, and then you come back at the halftime.
Yeah.
If I was camping,
I took a nap every time too.
Yeah, but like I said, if I was camping based on what I'm seeing online, first of all, niggas had tents flying in the air, like the movie Twister.
Yeah, dude. And remember that night? Remember the night that we were there too? The first night when it was for weekend one. We'll talk about that too. But it was windy as hell, bro. And that was the first thing I thought too. I was like, dude, the campsites, bro. Like, I hope everyone tied their things to tie them down, like down good.
No, unless I said I don't got time to be at a festival turning up vibing, to be worrying about my campsite being dead when I get back.
That's the last thing you're gonna be worried about.
Because if I come back at night and I'm already gone and I'm already lit and I'm just, you know, drunk, whatever, I ain't got time to be trying to find where my shoes is at, or my towels, or my soup. So I ain't got time. So that's what I'm gonna say, though. Go ahead.
No, my bad to cut you off. But one last thing I want to just add on that, go to the next one, is that I remember one of my friends had brought up, our friend Brian, he brought up the thing about the bike. And I don't know what it is about your phone that, you know, you hear something and then your algorithm starts giving you stuff. So like, I started getting algorithms of people that bike to Coachella, and I was just like, no, it's actually pretty sick.
That's crazy.
They have their own entrance, they have their own parking for like where they chain up their bikes and everything, and then you just go in the festival, like turn up, and then get in your bike and just bike home.
That's bro. See, that's how crazy it is, bro. And not even get to sidetrack. You talking about people biking, dog. I seen a clip of somebody like crying, like, I don't want to leave Coachella, it's over. And
I saw that.
And then I'm like, damn, people are this dedicated to, you know, camp, bike, Hell, probably even walk over there. I know, but hey, it is a time to be there, bro. That's the best event I can say I've been to this year in a while. And from like my first festival, bro, dog, I was
Airbnb is the way to go.
FOMO, depression is a real thing with it.
Yeah, but as far as places to see, you would like after all the things you saw and obviously what we went through and experienced. Personally, again, since I done the kind of like camping and all that, I would done the Airbnb all over.
Oh no, yeah, Airbnb.
Ever since we did, that was my first time doing it with you, and I think that's what also added to the fact that it was probably my favorite Coachella I've ever been to.
Yeah,
minus the sets, I think it was just like the experience, like the like you said, detaching from the festival, from Airbnb, not having to drive there and back. We have the buses. Yeah. Our buses had their own entrances. Yeah, the first day kind of was ass, and we had to walk maybe like, for a couple miles. But, after that, honestly, that walk was like the experience too. It was like,
it wasn't that. All of us got off. We all got off on the bus together. Everybody got off. So that was a nice little cult thing right there. I'm like, damn, we really out here on some hippie energy. So I liked it, bro. Like I said, and you don't get that when you're at the campsite, which you don't have to deal with it.
Exactly. But you can just go back and forth.
Yeah, but part of the fun for me, like you said, it was that happening, us being on the bus. I had to go pee crazy times, ridiculous. And I got off the bus and everybody's getting off at the same time with the same complaints.
Bro, I'm not going to lie. You stressed me the hell out, bro. You're like, that was like the crazy experience. And then you got out the bus and then they didn't let you back in. No. But then you guys were walking. And then like, honestly, bro, you were walking. You guys were far after a while. And then like, I was just looking at my girl and then whoever, like the group, the rest of the group. And then I was just like, let's just get out. Like, what are we doing that? And then later on, we ended up getting there and our bus still didn't arrive there, bro.
And then it's crazy. When I went to go use the bathroom and then I came back and I see everybody getting up, I was like, damn.
It was by a swarm.
I was like, what did I just start? But no, I didn't start nothing. I was like, damn, like, everybody getting off the bus at the same time. So, that was deep, bro. Like I said, that was dope, man.
Man, for the fucking bus driver, man, F you, bro. You should have left the freaking restroom open. How you going to hold us in the freaking bus for like 2 hours? Like,
killed us in that bus.
Dude, that is insane. But yeah, I shout out to everyone that's camping on there. I don't give you guys shade, man. But I think that's awesome because like when it was cold, they get to go back whenever they want, and change and everything. But I'll guess to the next question. Everyone, if shout outs, put it in the comments. If you were one of the people that got off or was stuck on the bus and you got off from the bus as well, that was a pretty funny experience. But I enjoyed it.
Hell yeah.
But anyways, moving on from the place to sleep or I guess dwelling. Next is the food.
Oh my foot, bro.
The food. So I'm gonna say 2 meals that were good, and then or 2 things that I ate, good and bad, and then you could tell me what you think. But so I had these loaded fries with carne asada loaded fries.
I've seen it.
I don't know if that was because I was really hungry, and then we just walked for a long time, and then I got into Coachella, and like I don't know if this ever happened to anybody else, but getting in there, like it's overwhelming.
Oh, man.
It's just like where do you go? Where do you start? Oh, where's the map? Like who's playing here? What? So like so me and my wife, we were just like, let's just go eat. And let's just like eat. Let's just sit down. Like just decompress and like let's just figure it out. So then we were eating, we were just checking our map, and like literally within like 30 minutes, and like after drinking like some lemonade and everything, like okay, we know where to go. We figure out that like the interactive map that the Coachella thing has and how to use it. And then so then we were trying to get in contact with you guys, but it was pretty much no service. It was harder there. But so that was good. The loaded fries. I got a piece of that spicy pie. Okay, for people that seen on Instagram, there was this viral thing about in Coachella. It's called spicy pie. It's just a hot pizza. I got it, bro. That was the most gross ass trash ass pizza I've ever had.
Gross,
trash ass pizza, bro. Like I was eating it and like I don't know what it was, bro, or if it was not cooked or something, if the dough isn't. I don't know. Something was off, bro. I was eating it and I only took 2 bites and I threw it away.
What was the price though? Because it was always talking about pricing is everything.
Man, it was at least like above $20 for one slice. Yeah.
No, F that, dog. I'll say that the biggest thing I ate was the that pad thai.
Oh,
that pad
I totally
thai,
forgot about that.
That pad thai had me hooked. Well, I was like, dog, that pad thai, that goddamn what they call it, Indio food market,
bruh.
2 days, bro. I was like, I gotta get this. And then, there was a lot of food that we didn't really get to try though, so I ain't gonna lie to you.
We did it.
Bro,
but it's so expensive.
Expensive, but dog, we was having such a good time just vibing. I ain't even think about goddamn food. I ate food because I knew I had to, but that pad thai did it. But when I say you eat that pizza, I thought that you liked it. I'm surprised.
Nah, bro. You know me. I love pizza, but like, dude, I really just got it because it was like a viral thing to do, and I was like, oh, I'm right here. Let me grab it. It was trash. I'm not even trying to bash him or anything or like trying to make him like Your opinion's your own. If you had a good experience with your pizza, cool. I'm glad you did. But when I ate it, bro, it was gross, bro.
Let us know. Was the pizza good or not?
Yeah, let us know if you got sick on the pizza or if it was good. But food. All right, going into the next topic, bro. I don't know if you've been to a bunch of music concerts or anything, but just in general, like as far as music goes and like live music, how do you think about the people? Or what, my bad. What do you think about the people at Coachella compared to like other festivals or music events or venues that you've been to?
As I said, I feel like it's different because when you go to concerts, 2 hours, you in and out. People out there trying to be cute, or people trying to be cool. One day you done. Coachella just seems like everybody just buys into the idea, like, nigga, I'm about to be on some hippie vibe. I'm about to be out here in this grass with people
for like 10 hours straight. Yeah,
I didn't have an issue with nobody. I mean, it wasn't, bro. I'd be real with you, bro. I didn't really even try to be as social as I normally am, but even the few people that I did talk to, everybody was friendly. There was nobody that was mean. Like, and I feel like it was a very controlled crowd because, like I said, like us to be at the main stage, you got celebrities in the front.
Yeah.
Nobody's trying to, run each other down and go see. Everybody's just like, yo, we here.
We all here together.
And then I also got to say, even this on a celebrity side, even though I see TikToks, you see niggas like Jaden Smith walking around, no shirt, like normal. Or I'm like, yo, people out here really just, it's just normal life here.
Yeah.
It's almost like, I know you famous, but I expect to see that.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you're so overwhelmed with so many celebrities that you see on the stage, you don't even got time to really react. You just got a vibe. So I think that was the best crowd I could say I've been around as far as a concert.
Yeah.
And like I said, I think the biggest thing I would say, like about, is just there's something there for everybody, bro. You're going to find your people. David Guetta, I wasn't a big fan of that guy, but the people there, they was there for him. I felt uncomfortable, but when I left that, Sexy Red had us turned up. Sway Lee had us turned up.
Bro, Sexy Red bringing out Lizzo.
Yeah,
I was good. God.
And that's the thing about Coachella I like is you're going to find something's going to be there for you, right? There's going to be a food crew. It's going to be music. It's going to be vibes. You're going to see your friends. That's what I like about art. So the people to me was fire. I had no beef with nobody, even on the bus. Besides the bus driver, everybody was cool. Everybody was friendly. Remember us going back late night and everybody was cool on the bus. We had no issues.
You gotta get your body checked, dog.
I will. But yeah, how about you, dog?
Yeah, no, this out of all the music venues, and that's like one of my favorite things to do of all things. If you ask like Johnny, what's your hobby, is going to venues, and it's not necessarily music, but just like festivals where you gather around a bunch of other people that are like on the same vibe, on the same type frequency that you are, listening to the same music, Yeah,
I loved it,
and I just feel like. I don't know what it is about Coachella, but it just turns you into a hippie for a weekend.
Oh, bro.
You know what I mean? Like, it's just, and not even like, I'm not even trying to be funny and be like, all the drugs and everything. I'm trying to excuse that. I'm just saying, like, one, your phone doesn't work, so you're forced to not look at your phone because it just doesn't work, the service. Secondly, like, you're there with people. Not for a day, not for a couple of hours. You're there for a whole weekend. It's like, even if you do the full Coachella, like day 0, you're there from Thursday all the way to pretty much like Monday when you leave.
Yeah.
So like, I just felt like, again, probably it was my favorite Coachella just because of the people that I went with, and I don't know about this year, and I remember people were complaining about like influence. You saw influence.
I never felt like that.
I didn't see one. I never felt like one influence at all. Like
I never felt like that.
I seen maybe it's the girls that are taking pictures, but like that's every day. I live in San Diego. Like, people are taking pictures
every day.
Everyone's not taking a selfie like at the beach and the pier. Like that's an everyday thing for me. Like, you know what I mean? I'm just like numb to that now. So like I'm just saying, like, because I remember watching on Instagram when people are all like, "Oh man, weekend one is for like the influencers." I was like, I didn't see one influencer. I wouldn't even notice like how I just didn't notice it. Yeah.
I think it's the people that's trying to get into that VIP stuff that's like that. Like
they're hating
because and they're hating. It's just like you guys are trying to get. It's okay. So you have the GA, which is what that's just with all of us. General admission. So we all like, nigga, what's up? We cool. I feel that people that are trying to get those VIP and all those like artist passes, it might feel a little bit congested because they might not sell as much tickets. But no, I ain't no issue with no influencers, and that's what I don't get when everybody be like, Weekend 2's better. I'm not gonna get too deep into what you got to say, but I don't see the difference to me besides a few things. But it had nothing to do with influencers to me. I couldn't tell who was influencer or not.
Me neither.
And there was hella girls that was like taking photos by the goddamn like Ferris wheel that stuff. I'm like,
or the tower.
Yeah,
the color tower. It was tower.
There was so much opportunity in space out there. I didn't even notice it. And I did want to say one thing just to add to you because you said something about being a like hippie. I agree because when it comes to like the fashion sense, bro, normally you be thinking like, I'm about to go to this concert. I'm about to put on like my best outfits. Coachella is, you really trying to be fresh, but not really.
You're like a sun dress escape kind of.
Yeah,
I
like,
don't even know what you call it.
It's like you're not really trying to be the most flyest nigga there. You want to be like a hippie. You want to look like that you're not trying, but you look like you trying.
You want to blend.
It's almost like a costume.
Yeah,
It's like, yo, I'm about to try to put on some real hippie stuff. I'm gonna tie my head with a goddamn scarf or something simple. Where versus, I even seen niggas out there with like, like big chains on or something like that. Niggas out there was just chilling. Like, everybody was very fashionable, and I feel like you don't need a lot of money to even be fashionable over there. So I do agree with you with the whole being like a hip because it's just real chill, bro. I mean, I spent some money on some clothes now.
Oh yeah, no, I did.
But
too.
I was like, okay, I see the simplicity. I see niggas out here with like white tees. And I'm yo, it's really chill. So, and no one's really. Some people go there to take the photos. I get that, but I wasn't there for that, bro. So it was good, dog. But yeah, dog, go ahead, dog.
No, just I agree with you so much with that. Like I that was probably my favorite things that like all of us every time we like woke up, we took a shower, we came out, and we're all like, oh shit, we like gassed each other up, because we had like our outfits, and it was like, cool. And I posted a couple pictures of it here of our group right here, but it was a great time. But moving on, lineups and sets, man. We could go on for days about this, but I just gotta summarize it down to one. What was your favorite lineup or set of Coachella week 1? Because that's what we went to. Out of all the days that we went through, and it has to be one. I know anybody, but what was your out of all the days that we went to on week 1? What was your favorite set or lineup?
Surprisingly, it was Sexy Red.
Yeah, Sexy Red was hard. That was hard.
Sexy Red, I want to apologize to you. I know people be making fun of you for the first year you came out. You got some bangers, but boy, she know how to get the energy going, dog. And then when she brought Lizzo, I'm like, damn, I never thought that. Don't get me wrong, like the main stage stuff was cool. Like I would say this, not to go too far. Like I know the main artist is cool, like Sabrina, Bieber, and Karol G. I think they all had a better week 2 than a week 1.
Oh yeah,
but I felt like Bieber. He ain't put so much energy into it. It was still cool. It was very energy based and it was dope. But outside of that, I felt like I had better energy on the other stages like Sahara and all that stuff like that.
Yeah.
Way better energy.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
I'm gonna say Sexy Red, dog. How about you, dog?
So my favorite lineup or set, honestly, bro, and this one really surprised me, bro. Like, and Lily said it perfectly. She's like, I didn't know I know that many Young Thug songs.
Oh, Young Thug did do good. He did do good.
I wish he was a closer. Just personally, I had nothing against Justin or Sabrina, but like I wish he would have replaced probably Sabrina, and not because I don't have anything against her. Just I'm not really. I never got into her that much. But like for me, my personal top 3 Coachella, and that's a question later. Young Thug, and he had a sick ass performance. He brought out Nav. He brought out Camila Cabello.
Yeah.
But
Mariah the Scientist.
He did?
Yes.
What?
Week 2. That's why I said the effort.
No, hold on. Don't. Okay, Okay, well, we got that out the way. I have a burning question because this is the problem that I had, and we a lot of people are arguing about it and everything and stuff. So personally, I thought weekend 2 was better. Just for like the surprise guests, the lineups were even a little bit slightly different with actually people that I actually wanted to see, which is crazy because I don't really get to choose. Well, you do get to choose weekend 1 or 2, but you don't really know who's going to be on weekend 1 or 2. You assume that it should be the same, but that's what I want to get into. Historically, weekend 1 has always been the more lit weekend.
That's what I heard today.
And then weekend 2 is just kind of like, the rest of the people that couldn't get the weekend 1 tickets, which just doesn't take away from the experience and everything. You still have probably just as much as fun and everything. Maybe they change a little bit, slightly different things, but and this would trip me out because had I known that it was like this, I would have got weekend 2 no matter what.
Nah.
But weekend 1, in my opinion, I went to weekend 1. We went to weekend 1. After watching both weekend 1 and weekend 2 was way better. Like as far as who they brought out, the special guests and just the Justin Bieber set, like it was a lot more hyped. He figured it out. He he had a little bit more fun. He seemed a little timid the first time when we saw him, but when I saw it a second time on YouTube, he seemed like he was like having more fun, more relaxed. Billie Eilish got up there. He brought out Big Sean, bro. He brought out SZA. Damn, bro, who we get for the first one for Justin Bieber? We just got a WizKids and Temps. And then I don't know who Sabrina Carpenter brought out.
The first week?
Yeah.
I don't think she brought nobody.
I don't think she brought out anybody. And then Karol G brought out Becky G.
But this time she brought like J Balvin and all the niggas.
Bro, she brought out Peso Puma.
Yeah. I was like, damn.
Man, I'm so sad. And that's the question is that what's your opinion about this whole weekend 1, 2 thing and how knowing historically that weekend 1 is always supposed to be like the top?
like I said, it's both of them got pros and cons. Weekend one, and forget about you said historically that it's always better. Weekend one for me is like if you wait on that energy all weekend, like yo, Coachella about to come up. When it comes, you get that first wave. I like that. I like being there first. I like seeing everything.
Yep.
It's cool, right? But at the same time, you risk like the performances maybe not being all the way put together or the way that it's ran. So you're like, all right, cool, you had a good time.
Yeah.
Weekend two, you gonna see it late, but you might get more because it's like they gotta kind of carry the energy until next week. I personally feel like they needed to, because I honestly felt like the performances on weekend one, I was like, it's straight. Because if you think about it, bro,
it's straight.
No. I had a good time. But remember I told you, we was having a good time just as a conglomerate. All of us.
We were vibing.
Yeah, all of us were vibing together, right?
I got you.
I like the performances, but I was like, I can see this next week on YouTube, right? But what I will say is that if you notice, bro, one thing that we did not have this weekend, and I'm not saying that to be about certain race, we didn't have like a real hip hop night. Young Thug was the closest we got to the main stage.
I know.
The entire night to me, it was just very
like electronic music,
electronic,
and EDM,
energetic, right?
Yeah, like alternative rock.
Yeah, so
in Coachella's defense, Coachella's always kind of been that like alternative rock, like electronic festival to begin with. Hip hop just kind of made its way into it though, and it's still integrating, but. I would say in the previous years they had more hip hop than electronic music than before.
Yeah,
but for some reason hip hop has been a decline as far as festivals and as far as Coachella goes. But yeah, I agree with you.
I would say that. So we didn't really get that night. So for me, I feel like okay, this is as them as a three. It was cool. Like Karol G did her thing. I shout out Karol G.
Yeah.
But like I said, that was the one night. I'm like, I know that I'm gonna dance. But I'm gonna say this: the whole weekend one versus weekend two thing. I like weekend one just because it's there. Like I wait for it all year. I'm here. I saw everything. And if I do get too messed up, I still got a whole nother week. Because when we came back from it, we was all depressed, down, and formal, right?
Bro. We had the blues, bro.
And
even emotional as hell.
Exactly. And I like the option of if I want to go again, I can. But at the same time, I like the option was let me watch this on YouTube to see everything that I missed. And
true, that was awesome.
When you watch it on YouTube. On weekend two, after being there from weekend one, you kind
of relive it again.
Yeah, yes. It's like you can relive it. If I went there on weekend two, I'd have been like, nigga, that FOMO would have hit me hard.
It would have hit you harder. Because it's officially over, yeah.
The FOMO would have hit me from the weekend one being at home, like, I want to go. And then weekend two, like, after this, I know that it's over.
That's funny because, like, I did the same thing because, like, when I watched the videos, I was kind of living vicariously through the people in there. I was just like, man, I remember being there. Shout out to them. I hope they have a great time. It was a good thing, bro.
And I love seeing all my friends that went weekend two, like, hey, bro, like, I see you, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was lit. So, yeah. And then I even had friends that even went both weekends. So I'm like, me personally, bro, I would say the only thing that made weekend two to me better on the main stage only was the effort. Everything else, Sexy Red, it was all the same to me. So I was like, cool. So I think the weekends really, to me, come down to the main stage performances. I think those three performances really dictate what weekend look better. But I think if you didn't care for none of them niggas and you was just looking at Major Lasers or David Guetta or DeVito, you didn't care about the main stage like that. Because I think the effort in the main stage, I thought Bieber was the only one that kind of ain't take it serious for week one. Because it was weird, the whole YouTube thing, but then I'm like, oh, I see what you're doing. Weekend two, I'm like, oh, this nigga really doing it now.
That's what I'm saying. He relaxed. He seemed like relaxed.
And I'm going to say this, and this might sound corny. I feel like Coachella kind of did some healing on everybody.
Ooh, no. Damn, bro. Yes.
Oh, bro?
I 100% agree, but I would say, and you're going to be cheesy, think I'm cheesy with this, but like, shout out to Justin Bieber because I think that's what did.
He needed.
He did. But not only him, but us too.
Oh yeah.
Like I just like me and the fans and everybody. I just felt like, and you were talking about this last time, and maybe you can agree with me. It's just like I just felt with the state of the world right now, and then like all this stuff that we're all trying to survive. We're just grinding, and it's about like kind of mid-season and tax season. So a lot of us are trying to like struggle with payments and stuff like that, and work. Don't get me started with work. Work is just grinding you to the bone and everything. It's just like. We finally got to have an escape, and I feel like that's why everyone has a good time is just because like we get to escape together from our 9-to-5s or whatever's holding us down and everything. So we get to like escape mentally, physically, and emotionally, spiritually, and everything.
Yeah.
So I just want to say for behalf of everybody. We owe Justin Bieber an apology, bro.
No, listen.
That man has been we grinded, and I'm gonna say everybody, and me included, whatever. But we grinded this kid when he was to the mud, through the mud to the dirt. We like, you know, we made fun of him, bro. Like, and he was like, at the end of the day, bro, like when I was watching him and everything, and I've seen everybody crying, I was just kind of like looking around, just like, damn. And you could see him too. A couple of times he was getting choked up, looking at his younger self, singing and everything, and it's just like, at the end of the day, man, like this guy just wanted to sing, bro, and like,
and he said that,
I don't want to put allegations, but like the whole Diddy thing and everything, and like the whole Usher thing, and it's just the fact that the allegations even were even said, it's just like it all kind of makes sense. The whole, you know, like we call it conspiracy theory about his song "Yummy." I just feel like he grew up too quick, and the you know, the people and the audience and his fans were asking way too much from him as far as a kid. And there's many videos of him getting harassed on TV in front of like in live TV and everything. But
let me,
I just say, like, I became a believer. I feel like everyone owes him an apology. And I just feel like on that stage, how you just said that we healed, I think we all healed with him together. And you know, and now
you got it.
I just feel like we all healed together. And he was timid, but I felt like we were all timid to like enjoy Coachella.
No, but I think that's what I'm saying. I think that's why week one with him wasn't great. And I just add what you said. Yes, my bad. I'm
not gonna cut you off, but let me add one more thing because I want to say this. Yeah. But Friday Coachella was the most chillest nights of all. And Saturday and Sunday were more like intense, really into it. But like Friday, I you know, obviously people do what they do, but like, you know, like I went in there just chill vibes and everything. Just kind of want to fill it out to see, like, you know, because I don't want too much like, you know, happening at once. But like that's the thing though. Like you. Fridays is just chill, and it's very like scary and everything. And I felt like for Justin Bieber too was like that, but we got to experience that.
Look, man, listen. Just like you said, I felt like everything you said, I feel like everybody needed to heal. And again, I know it sounds corny, but nah, like you said, everything they were saying bad about this man. The man went to the Grammys out there with all the no goddamn clothes on, and I felt that was like. I think when he did Friday, he was like, okay, this is... And then the whole thing with the whole laptop and the whole label thing, that was on his back. Lawsuit and that's why I feel like the energy from that day, he healed us and we healed him too. It's like, yo, I'm still loved. Look at everybody out here for you.
Oh, yeah,
nigga, wife out there. And then week two, it was like, nigga, where was this guy on last week? So I feel like we all healed. I came back. I ain't gonna lie. I felt like, nigga, living in California for the last 10 years I've been living, life getting hard. I'm like, when I was there, I came back, I'm like, yo, I feel like I needed that, bro. I felt a little bit like I got like a little like recharge. You know, sometimes like when whenever you leave home, you're gonna go back home and get that little recharge and come back and you just like, all right, I remember where like I came from.
And then like where you come back home, everything looks unfamiliar.
Yeah, but with Bieber, I felt like that's how he was like, okay, bro, like I've been on the stage, I kind of fell off for a while, now I'm back. Like I got this little recharge. When I came back to San Diego after I got off of my phone, all that stuff, bro, I was like, yo, I needed that energy. That was the best thing. I'm glad that I even live here, that I could even access that motherfucker, dog. That's what I said. If you ain't been, next year, you better go.
I just say to everybody that either obviously born and raised in California or that moved to California, experience a Coachella. Just dive deep into the ocean and just drown into the festival and stop having reservations and stop judging people because they go and everything and just experience. And then if you go and you don't like it, because you experience it for yourself, then I can't blame you for talking shit after that. Because you know, like that festival is amazing and I love it, but I can see that it might not be for everyone and stuff. But after all, man, I had a great time. Coachella was such an amazing experience, and when it was also a cherry on top that we got monetized during that weekend.
Oh yeah,
perfect, and we were out there.
Perfect time.
I'll just end it on that. I'm glad we went through that. I got to decompress this weekend that passed, but this was like the last time I got to finally put it to bed and have closure with Coachella and wait till the next year. Cause yeah, man, it took a lot out of me. I was emo for like a whole week, bro. Like, you know, like, and people were smart for taking off the Monday or Tuesday and off, you know, cause that recovery is real, bro. And that thing hit you hard like a train. But again, I just want to say shout out to everyone at home that got us to our goal of getting monetized, past 1,000 subscribers, past 4,000 watch hours. Everyone that commented and hate or whatever you like, you know, turn on your notifications just to even see us, because that's I can see some people do. And you know, we got a tiny bit of fan base that's following us, and you know, You guys are the realest ones. We can't really do it without you, honestly.
Facts.
And we, for fans at home, this is a lot for us. Every sub, even if there was one per video, it meant a lot, and it kept us going, and it kept us driving. And I like that Daniel puts it that it's like a journal that we're putting in the time zone of in the time frame of history. So any last words for the people at home before we sign off?
Nah, man, like I said, bro, if you ain't been to no Coachella, dog, I tell y'all, go, man. Be open-minded. I tell all my friends back home in Florida, dog, like, dog, don't watch me, boy. Don't watch me. Don't watch TV. Just come here, because I'm telling you, dog, you got to experience it for yourself.
It's crazy.
Everybody hating, I ain't got time for that, bro. I'm like, if you hating, that's just because you can't get in. That's it. That's what I'm going to say. But like I said, Coachella was great. Appreciate you guys. I look forward to seeing you there next year. Like Johnny said, thank you guys for helping us get monetized. This is fun to do, and we look forward to keep doing more videos. So until next time, we'll see you guys on the Real Life Podcast.
Real Life Podcast. Peace.
All right.
All right, cool.
What?